Hey, okay sir, welcome back to the Springfield Enlightened event. Well, somewhere amongst this is the Springfield Buddhist Temple. This is actually available just during the leveling, really early on in the game, I believe. I think this comes with Letty and Carl, I think? In fact, I'm so not sure, I'm going to check now. Carl and Lenny, yeah, okay, I thought so. So it's time to jump in and get the very first premium character in this entire event. In Attack 1, it is the Advisor Frink with the Tower of Science for 150 donuts and every 8 hours, 222 XP respectively. Righteousness rating. That looks pretty interesting. So what is interesting about this entire event, if you don't know,
Heads up!
Most of it is based off of a short story. And you know how short story episodes work, right? They have the 3 short stories that they have in it. And it's based off of like a 7 or 8 minute episode. That's it. And they made a whole entire major event out of it.
Kaboom! Welcome to the real world!
Mixing science and philosophy is a complex blend of Flavin and Hoyvin. Advisor Frink. And a lot of these particular characters are in that episode for like maybe less than a minute. Some like 10 seconds. I see you, Advisor Frink, but this is your tower. Very interesting tower. What's that up there? Looks like a bunch of scrolls and things of that nature. I'm not really sure what there would be for an animation for this thing. Maybe some lights at the bottom. We'll see. Let me just tap you first to hear what it sounds like. I have no idea. This is obviously based off of way back in the day. Based on the structure and everything. So, I mean, it could sound like sound of scrolls. Opening and closing. Books flipping. If there's some kind of bell here. There could be a bell. I'm just going to go with the sound of a bunch of scrolls opening. Let's see how accurate I am. Sciencing harder than ever before. Two things. First of all, the sound is very, very quiet and I've got my volume maxed out. And the other thing, I have no idea what that sounds like. In the editing, I'm going to have to really amp it up more to figure out what it is. I'll put something on the screen or something if I can just, figure out what I think it actually is. But for now, I have no idea.
Perhaps the stars hold the answer to your question.
Oh, their voice. That would make sense. Egads, the directional orientation of this town makes literally no sense. Well, not literally. I really need to stop saying that to emphasize a point. I know. I can get my bearings by literally observing the stars. Dad, no, even I did it again. No, I didn't. I can observe the stars. Literally. That's basically all the sound bites that he has. I think he has a little bit more, but that's how much he was in the episode. Observe the stars. Is this animated? This reminds me of another animation, if it could be the case.
Perhaps the stars hold the answer to your questions.
Observe the stars. We've also got the second animation, give horoscope readings. Get you running about everything else, which I usually show at the end of the video. I'll show it now. Try to avoid giving advice, do science, browse the bookstore without buying. So first up, observe the stars.
Well, you really understand me.
What's that? What happened? Why did he fall over? Oh, there's that raccoon again. I didn't even notice a raccoon. It really makes me wonder why they keep having this raccoon in so many of the animations nowadays. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm guessing probably because they don't do anything in the actual episode. So they have to make something up. And they're probably like, hey, let's just throw up the raccoon because it's easier.
This is almost as exciting as smooth jazz.
Ready for a jam-packed evening of astronomy. I've got my telescope, my journal, my space pen, my astronaut diapers. Carrying a telescope. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through, Huyven. Oh, hello. Always nice to see a fellow astronomer. The view of the night sky up here on Lover's Lane is the best in town. If you can handle the smacking noises. Agreed. May the beautiful eyes of Cassiopeia shine fortune down upon us tonight. Not that I'll need it, being one of the greatest astrologers of all the land. Did you say astrology? Certainly a slip of the tongue, yes. You couldn't possibly be referring to that junk science. Junk science, you say? Then how do you explain this? Hand to my paper. Reading. My daily horoscope. Someone will test your resolve today. I rest my case. It actually took me a sec to realize that was Professor Frink originally. The entire time I thought he was the advisor guy. Astrology is just a load of Huyven. Stars are meant to study the universe, not to divine information about human affairs. Then how can you explain my ability to see the future? Pfft, if that were true, you could guess what I'm about to do next. Laugh? Ha! I mean, no, I was going to continue mocking you. I'll do it again. In a moment, a man will approach us and ask for food. Uh-huh. Well, where is he? I don't see any. Did any of you see where that ice cream truck went? Gah! Lucky guess. But still, how do you do that? I told you, through the science of astrology. And certainly not because I observed this man dropping his ice cream through my telescope. Alright, well, he's gonna gloat about it. And then Professor Frink may turn to astrology from now on. Could happen. It's probably not gonna happen. I'm thinking probably gonna be going to the tower. Got a little bit of time, so I think for the animation, the lights will turn on down below, the doors will open, and something will pop out. Oh! I like that. We've got lights down below, but we've also got a glowing hue, an aura, if you will, at the very, very top. I'm not sure whether I'm doing more of this stuff with a glowing light like that. I really like that.
Perhaps the stars hold the answer to your questions.
I'm intrigued. What else can your science do? Please don't air quote my science. Apology. Accepted. Did you know that through the power of astrology, I can discern a person's personality type using only their birthday? Just their birthday? Well, my birthday is in January, so I might have the same personality as Joan of Arc. I can see you're skeptical. Typical Capricorn. I am a Sagittarius.
Perhaps the stars hold the answer to your questions.
It's like we saw in the beginning of the video. Give horoscope readings. I really enjoyed the first one. Let's see if this one's going to be any better. Are you going to go to the tower? Please go to the tower.
Well, you really understand me.
Oh! He's knocking everything over. Let's try to pick it all up. Is he trying to sell something? Oh yeah, the horoscope reading. Yeah, that's what it was. Took me a sec to remember that. And once again, we've got like another generic character, like NPC, walking up. It's that, and it's also the raccoon. But like I said, when they have animations that they're just kind of making up, it seems like that's still go to two NPCs.
Everything I wanted.
I am very familiar with the concept of horoscopes, but I can assure you they are a complete fabrication. Then how could I ascertain that you are single? Aha! I am not single. I have a beautiful wife and an octo-parrot. You see? Junk science. John, our marriage isn't working. I think we should see other sciences. Gasp. You were saying? Well, you stole his woman, man! You stole his woman!
Perhaps the stars hold the answer to your questions.
I must admit, the showdown is not going how I imagined. Is it possible that astrology isn't all magical and fairy tales? Magic's just signs we don't understand yet. Indeed, a very astute observation, made by Arthur C. Clarke. Turns our phone. I knew you were going to say that. So predict the future and look for flaws. Well, I think we know how this is going to turn out.
I got everything I wanted.
For my final act, I predict that a local bank is about to be robbed. Even though that is a daily occurrence here in Springfield, timing something to the minute would indeed suffice as proof of your scientific capabilities. Running. Yo, you got a place where a dude could crash for a bit? I could totally pay you handsomely. Stop there, man. He just robbed a bank. Seriously, I walked a whole block to get over here. There's no way I can do another. Well, I guess he turned to astrology then.
Perhaps the stars hold the answer to your questions.
Astrology has been the source of real science this entire time? And to think of all the years I wasted on astronomy, with the data and the hypotheses, with the more than one hypothesis. I think someone owes me an apology. Indeed, I admit I was wrong to doubt the ways of astrology, and I hereby declare it to be a real Oval Police Radio. Calling all officers. Officers need assistance. I am as a crusty burger on Evergreen Terrace, and forgot my wallet. Need cash assistance immediately. Turns off police radio. Sorry about that. Now, you were saying? Is that a police radio in your pocket? What? No, I'm just happy to see you. So, this whole thing was smoke and mirrors. I knew it. Look, I can appreciate your skepticism right now, but if you just turn around and look at your constellation behind you, it'll explain everything.
Why? Oh. Perhaps the stars hold the answer to your questions.
Ooh! What the frick is happening? I just kind of tapped it without paying attention to the question. I think he was like running. Or running away. Which I don't think is actually an animation that's permanent. I think it's just for this particular storyline. Blah. Yeah, he's really going, isn't he?
I got everything I wanted.
Kangaroo?
And there we go. The full walkthrough for Advisor Frink. It's quite amazing what EA can come up with for characters when they're in an episode for such a short amount of time. Like I said, some characters are barely in an episode at all. This particular one was in the episode for maybe less than 10 seconds, I would say. He said a couple sound bites and then that was it. So they made two really great animations. They're also voiced. And the tower was a very nice surprise as well. I really liked the glowing light at the top. Let me know down below though what you think of Advisor Frink and the tower. And I'll see you with more premium characters and more in the Springfield Enlightened updates in the near future. So thank you everybody so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.